What up, folks? This is your boy Dino, aka your Solid Five,
And Nikki T, Bay Area Creep.
and we are
We
Beyond the
are the Boo
Ether. We are the Boo
Crew.
Crew, keeping it real, keeping it
That's
spooky, keeping it
right.
everything your heart desires and doesn't desire. We will be watching you,
Always.
uh, always. So we are doing 1986's Chopping Mall.
Ooh.
Ooh, so
Ma-
scared.
Made in 1986, like you already said. Duh. Was it listed in? Directed by Jim Wynorski. And also written by Jim Wynorski and Steve Mitchell. It
Uh,
looks Steve Mitchell actually has his movie history is a lot of animation. GI Joe 1991,
oh shit.
Jim 87, The Transformers 1986, and also GI Joe 85 through 86. So
Oh,
I
so
thought that
I bet you this is why he did this movie because it's like robotic, you know?
yeah. So I thought that was interesting. But then you got Jim over here, and dude, his movies are off the kind of fucking off the hook, man. He's got like from like Final Voyage to like Sexy Nurses, Shark Babe, Sex Petite. He has like a whole bunch of like low budget like horror porns.
Oh yeah.
So it kind of makes sense why there was that huge boob shot in this movie.
Yeah, like right straight out the gate. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what he specializes
It's
in.
like the first 30 minutes, right? Like it's full
Yeah,
frontal. Yeah.
he specializes in
And
boob
we
movies.
got to talk about this. Okay, so we'll get to it, but there's a funny scene that I wrote down and I was like, we'll get there and it's hilarious. All right, so we are at Park Plaza. I don't know where this is. It seems like it's LA kind of. Because I thought I saw like Beverly Hill or Beverly, like Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
I thought I saw a street sign that said that. So I'm assuming in some kind of weird universe, this is like an LA type town. You know, rich people, yada yada. And of course, this movie is about killer robots, basically. Spoiler alert. So
yeah.
we start the
Surprise.
movie, yeah, with some snapshots of the mall. You know, kind of like a montage. We got like kids like basically rollerblading through the mall. We got the waitress like moving her sodas and stuff through in and out.
Yeah,
Um,
it's like your classic '80s mall montage, like fucking
yeah,
kids making out. And then for some reason, you got like hot models in swimwear walking
yeah.
walking through the mall.
I was like, all right, I'm enjoying that. But even actually, I skipped something. I even before that, I think it was right before that. We got the jewelry heist scene. Um, that starts off the movie, right? Where it's like,
Well, yeah, and it starts out immediately. It's they're showing a
a
promo
robbery, right?
video for
Yeah,
the protector robots, and it's like a
which
guy robbing a store, and he's like running through, and the robot's off. Stop.
yeah, it so he starts shooting at the robot. It has zero effect on it, and it just keeps chasing him, and then it electrocutes him with the taser, and he flops like a fish. That was funny, and like so the security company is called Tronics. And during the whole presentation, the fucking the restaurant owner couple like they're being such dicks to like at one point um they're like ethnic what do they call it, the ethnic qualities, like can we eliminate ethnic people basically.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
I was like, God, these guys, I hope they die in this movie, and they obviously don't, but one could have hoped, right? Oh
One could
God,
dream.
one could dream. So yeah, the whole presentation, we got the CEO. I didn't write his name down because he's only on like the one scene.
Okay,
Um,
so was his name it, it, Dr. Simmons or was it Dr. Carrington?
I don't remember. I would have to
Because
IMDb
one
the.
one because one of them is the creator. Because it starts out where it's showing a promo video in the mall to all the work employees, and then some lady calls him Dr. Carrington, and then shortly after that she calls him Simeon or Simon. And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Those are two different fucking people. So which one is he?" And I don't know if they messed up on that, or if I missed something.
Unless she called him by the first name and then the last name later on or something.
I
I don't
looked
know.
it up on IDMB, and there is the character, and there is the Sam Simmons, the two
I
different
think it
guys.
was well. I think he's supposed to be Simon.
Okay,
That's what I got from it because it says on his tag too. So maybe it was just like a flub that they, they were like, "Oops, I didn't edit that out" or whatever.
had to be a fuck up.
It had to
Yeah,
have been, yeah.
they said fuck. They said fuck it, leave it in
Just leave it in there. Yeah.
there.
We have a certain budget here.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
just
nobody's gonna notice. Well, I did.
yeah, right. Um, God, so and then it shows the robots. It's basically like it feels like a fatter version of Short Circuit. Basically. So, I was like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
I, I love Short Circuit, dude. I love
Oh,
that
I
movie.
know. No, I do too. That's one of my favorite like 80 one of 80s comedies like of all time.
Johnny Five.
Yeah, dude. Los Locos blow your mind. Anyway. Yeah, fucking classic. Like, but this was I was like, oh my God. Of course, I understand that they want to make a horror film for killer robots. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
But it's like at least like have a better design for your fucking robots. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm being too
yeah.
critical. And it's the
And
80s too.
it's the 80s. It's the 80s, dude. Fucking,
Yeah.
you know.
I do
Yeah,
gotta say, like, even as like as much as I didn't hate the robots, as much as I was kind of like, about the robots, like at least like the effects were like pretty decent in this movie.
yeah,
But yeah.
yeah. The effects of something else. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we'll get to all that shit later on. But so at the same time they introduced some of the characters in the like Italian like pizza joint or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like a little pizza place. And that's when we get
Um
introduced to Allison and Susie.
and Susie, yeah. And we got like the Italian cook.
Yeah,
Like hella stereotyped, like
hella fat,
overweight, fucking
fucking
greasy. Yeah.
yeah,
His
fat
shirt's
sloppy.
disgusting. He's like wiping the spatula on his shirt all the time. It's
Like
so gross. Yeah.
fat, sloppy, greasy Italian.
Yeah. Jesus. And like Susie's hella mean about the fat dude on this chair. I was like, that could have been me. Oh. Like just enjoying my meal, but I mean that guy was a slob. But she was like, "Oh God, look at this guy. He's like gonna try to hit on you. Be careful."
Yeah,
I was like, that was kind of rude, but okay. uh,
yeah. Real quick, like, what ages are they supposed to play? Are these supposed to be teenagers or like graduate?
I think they're like barely just out of graduation. Like they're probably like 20, maybe 21.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. That's what I
So
was going around too.
it's almost like they
Okay.
didn't get to college yet, but they were like supposed to.
Yeah, or maybe they just fucking failed college and that's where they fucking landed.
Maybe. I mean,
But no,
uh,
yeah, that's why I was trying to figure that out, like what age bases are they
it's kind of
supposed to
hard
be?
to tell because like the guys are a little bit older though. Like you can tell they're
Yeah,
like in their mid 20s at least.
yeah.
So
But
it's
like
just
80s though, fucking they'll have someone fucking 40 years old play 20 years old.
that's true. Yeah, and
So
some
yeah,
people some people can get away with it. Some people can't.
yeah, I would say like yeah, around early 20s. I would go with that.
Yeah, at least for the women, early 20s. Yeah, so and then there's a storm right after that. We got the scientist in the room, Marty. I think was it Marty or was
Yeah,
it
Marty.
yeah, so he's chilling and all of a sudden the storm starts to get wild and then it short circuits the transformer that's on the roof.
Yeah,
And then it like unknowingly short circuits the robots and they come to life. That's when weird stuff starts to happen. They start to twitch a little bit, and he kind of can sense it, and he's just like, "What the hell?" So he's just kind of chilling, and then that's our first kill is Marty, right?
yep. Right through his porn magazine,
Yeah,
straight to
right.
straight to the neck.
Uh-huh. That's what he gets for beating off at work. And then we get the next scene of outside the mall. We got the couple. God, I don't know why I didn't write these names down, but
Freddie, Greg, and Mike talking about meeting up with
oh,
everybody, with
and
Ricklin and Susie and all them. They're talking about
the
let's
party and
we're
shit.
gonna have a party and blah blah blah.
We're gonna get laid. Yeah.
Yeah, Freddie's like, oh no, I can't do that. Blah blah.
I'm the manager. Don't make me pull rank. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You
nerd.
said don't make, you did say that. I thought that was fucking hilarious too.
God,
And then all of a sudden he's like, "Let's rock," or
yeah.
he said, "Let's party."
Uh,
And then you get to Rick and Linda with some car trouble down the
down the street or whatever it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they
And
have
I love
to.
how she fixes the truck, and he's just like, "Oh, you're so sexy."
I know. Well,
uh,
you see on the side of the truck it says R&L Automotive.
no, I saw something. I didn't read what it said though.
Yeah, it's their initials, and it says automotive.
Oh,
So they fix cars for a living.
oh shit. Okay. See, they're detective over here, dude. Good job, dude. I know I saw something, but I didn't like. I just didn't fucking pay attention enough. You know,
Yeah.
I was just trying to get through this movie. I'm just being critical. Um, and then again, we go back to Susie and Allison about the whole double date, and so they're in they're changing out of their work clothes. And then she talks about her setting up a date with Fern, whatever his name is.
Birdie,
Bernie, I think.
she's trying to boost her up about the blind date.
Right. And she's just like, I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, come on, dude, you need to get laid. Go get that
Yeah.
D.
Quit being a party pooper.
Yeah, dude. Fucking one of us has
So
to get laid.
yeah. So Allison fucking keeps second guessing the party, and then boom, we get to another thunderstorm. Of course,
Back at the room, right?
back to the scientist lab
The
or
lab,
fucking.
yeah.
It's like a security room.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I always keep forgetting what they're fucking called. I'm just like, the room. Yeah. Um, so yeah, we got scientist number two. He's just chilling. But this time he's like a little more aware that he can hear the robots like moving a little bit here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah, but he walks in at first. He just doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He's all eating that guy's sandwich and shit.
Yeah, he eats the donut. He just like takes the guy's donut.
Yeah, yeah, the donut. Yeah, Marty, you son of a bitch, he's not even here.
And then we get that funny phone call where he's like, "You called me. What do you want?"
Yeah, yeah.
And then he hangs up on whoever that was.
And then that fucking and then that robot, the protector is what they call him. Just it's like immediately right behind him, dude. Nobody hear that thing.
And I love how he's like reading a book about outer space, like they came from outer space. And
Oh yeah, yeah,
I was like, and then he get killed by a robot. Like
yeah.
that's the irony, right? Yeah. Um. So that was a fun little thingy. He got basically stabbed to the back of his neck. So Nestler was the scientist's name, and then we go to the scene of like I said Nestler is the guy's name.
Okay.
And then we go to the party scene at the furniture store. That's where all the guys work. Or did I miss? No, actually, Mike goes to see the his girl, right?
The scientist guy gets killed in the back of the neck, and then the kids start having the party in the furniture store.
Okay,
and then that's when Allison or Ferdy gets introduced to Allison, and immediately he falls in love. They both fall in love.
Yeah,
you know, they should just one word too, hi, and that's all it took.
Couple of nerds just being sexy with each other.
Just nerding, yeah, just nerding out.
Just nerding out, dude. That's all it takes is like, what's up? Like,
yeah.
What?
So fucking immediately this becomes it's just a whole fucking big ass makeout party. That's all.
Yeah, it's basically an orgy. And then and then at one point,
it turns into that.
At one point, Fernie and Allison are on the couch, and then everybody's in different beds, like basically fucking.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I was like, wow, okay. But they kind of talk about that early on, like during that whole like office scene where they're like, "Oh, we got clean sheets and everything. Like it's all good." And I was like, "All right, man. Like, cool. That's your job. All right, whatever." And then we go to like the robots like getting out of the security room, and we got that. I don't know why this was funny to me, but like the funny like '80s robotic music. I like. I was kind of laughing about that. I was like, it was like, just whatever it just kind of reminded me of like an old school like NES game,
That's funny too, because like towards the end, I wrote something down about some music shit too. I'm gonna point out.
Yeah,
But
the whole movie was just like funny robot music. I don't know.
the music was fucking hilarious, dude.
It was like what it was like listening to like I don't know a more simplified like Mega Man or something. I don't know. It was weird,
So
but I gave it
like,
the oomph though.
huh?
I said I kind of gave it the oomph though. You know that I needed.
Yeah. Well, the music. I think the music fucking helped make the movie.
Yeah, I mean as it should. It's supposed to. But
Yeah.
I think they actually did a decent job on like the score on this in a funny way though. Like you know. Um,
No, I know what you mean.
oh, and then
Yeah.
so like real quick. So like while they're about to have the whole like fuck season, you know, the whole orgy. Did you notice that who's Susie like while she's like taking off her top, she looks like she's like kind of like looking up like beyond the camera and she looks so disgusted that she has to like undress.
What? No.
You didn't see her face, dude? She looked like she was so like she didn't want to do it, you know? But she
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
if you go back dude, you gotta like if you go back to that scene, you can see her face like cringe a little bit that she has to like take
I,
off her top.
I gotta go. I gotta look at
Yeah,
it.
it's like so like blatant. Like it's I was like, they kept that in there. That's crazy. Like, I don't know.
She's like, I didn't sign up for this shit.
Yeah, she's like, I better get paid 20 grand more, you know, fucking I don't know. But you can see it in her face, and I was oh, that's kind of sad, but funny at the same time, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of fucking. If that's true, that's fucking. Like,
What
if she
you
really did not want to do that, that's kind of fucking pretty fucking sad.
yeah, it's like to whatever you gotta do to get in Hollywood, right?
I guess so.
Hey
Yeah,
man,
that's right.
I would have done it too. Fucking I don't care.
Yeah,
I have no shame.
you're gonna fuck a robot today.
Yeah. Um
Prepare yourself.
and
so,
then
so
the other
like while this happening, like all the robots come online, and so it's like Protector 1 is on the first floor, Protector 2 is on the
fucking
second floor, and Protector 3 is on the third floor.
yeah. Well, technically, like I don't. There's like I think like five. There's like six or seven floors. They're only on the top three, like the most important floors, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But are they on the top three or the bottom three? Because it says when they turn on, they go Protector 1 online, and it says patrolling level 1, and then level 2, and then level 3.
Well, I don't know because I saw there was like a map, right? Like or like a schematic of the mall itself
Yeah.
at some point later on in the film, and it shows
No, I
like
know what you're talking about. I know
yeah.
what you're talking.
So I wonder if like
It's
level
just
one is technically like the level three or four, and then it's like you know, and then so on.
so it's the top three levels.
Or I think it's supposed to be, but I think they just roam around free the whole, you know, they just have free range anyway. I think they were they were designed to do only the top three, but then, you know, they go haywire. So they, that's why you later on in the movie you see them go
They're going on
and
elevators and shit.
yeah, they're just doing whatever the fuck they want to do, unless
Yeah.
the other floors are just like parking and stuff, you know.
They should have showed them go up like the escalators and stuff. The little robots.
That would have been funny, yeah. Like they don't show any of that though. They skip all that.
They skip a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, whatever. And then we
So,
have also the funny scene where like where they're you know where Alice or no when, yeah when Allison and Fernie are on the couch like you hear some moaning in the background. She's like, "Oh my
oh
God,
yeah.
you're the greatest."
You know, he calls them. She's all the king. She's like,
Oh, the
"You're the
king,
king.
yeah.
You're
I
the
was like,
king." That's a huge fucking orgy, dude. It's fucking crazy.
"You
And
gotta
this is
get it
all
in."
like in the. This is all like in their furniture store at the mall.
Yeah,
That's just it's fucking disgusting.
don't want to buy a bed from there, dude.
Yeah. Oh god, it probably stinks in there, dude.
And then so right after that we get that's when we get the janitor scene, right? Oh no,
no,
it's
no,
first is
no.
Mike.
Well, yeah, yeah. You know, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
it is the janitor.
Yeah,
Um,
Walker.
yeah, so Walt is the first. He's actually technically our third victim.
Yep, he's a
So
third.
he's
So
like, did you notice how gross that water was that he was using?
looks like all milk.
Yeah, it was all like just like muck. It was just muck, dude. I
It's
was like,
all
what the?
funny too, because like the janitor who plays Walter, I love that guy. He plays in the Gremlins and Gremlins too.
Yeah, he's in hell of movies, dude. I looked at his
Yeah,
IMDb. I even wrote some of it down. He was like The Burbs, Terminator, like a bunch of films, dude. Tales from the Crypt.
Whenever I see them, I see Gremlins. I see Gremlins too all the time. I
I
love them
just
in that.
yeah, I just saw him in like hella different shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I love that
he's
guy.
a Terminator.
On the first one, I don't
What
know
is
which
his name?
character he plays, but I think it's a smaller role, kind of.
Ah, fuck, I'm trying to think what he
He's
is.
that's where he's listed though on IMDb. Because I had
Yeah,
to look at him because I knew I saw him in like hella. I just couldn't remember though. I'm like, this guy. He looks like he's been on like every movie ever made, you know,
yeah,
or at least like in a certain time, you know. But
yeah. He's
he
popular.
was acting for so long, like all the way up until he died, like
He was
20.
popular. He was
Yeah,
popular in the '80s.
hell yeah, he was everywhere basically, or not a leading role, but he was there,
Yeah,
Good shit. Dick Miller, that's his name.
that's his real name.
That's his real name. Yeah,
Fucking, it's a fucking boss name right there.
he's the king.
Dick
Um,
Miller.
yeah. So
Look at me.
so the janitors are being dicks to him. Um,
What a
and
coincidence.
yeah, yeah, right, yeah. No pun intended, or all the puns intended.
And like, mind you, the janitors are meaner, and they're like, fuck, they're getting drunk,
Yeah, and they just walk away, leaving them to do all the work. Um,
drinking beers in the mall.
yeah, and they just like leave him.
Yeah, no, yeah, like that.
um, and then that's when the robot shows up, knocks over the bucket, and there's just mucky water everywhere. And he's like, "You dumb bastard!" Blah blah, talking shit to
Yeah,
him. He was like the probably one of the best parts of the movie, honestly. Um, and the fucking even though he shows the badge and everything, like the
that
robot
robot doesn't give a shit about
doesn't
that
give a
bad
shit.
dude.
Yeah, he just electrocutes him anyway. Uh,
They fucking, and then like Walter is like about to like hit him with the broomstick.
he fucking just fries him.
He's all threatening him. He's all looking.
Old man status. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I knew making you guys are not gonna fucking work out. He's just up there. He's about to hit that thing with the broomstick and it fucking
And
zaps his
bap,
ass.
yeah, fucking fatality. Raiden wins. And I love how like every kill that the robot does, it always says "Have a nice day."
Oh, I love that. I love that too. Yeah,
Thank you. Have a nice day.
that was the shit.
And then it goes to Mike and the other chick. I forgot her name.
Leslie.
Leslie. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So Mike. Oh God. I don't know what it was about this guy, but he had that face that I just could not stand.
yeah.
Like he had this like he's like the okay. You know how like in Abigail you hated Joey.
Uh-huh.
Like I hated Mike in this movie. Just
It was like a
his
big, it was like a big tool.
yeah, and like his facial expressions, everything, dude. I was just like, this guy needs to die like right now.
Yeah.
I don't
It was
know.
like a huge tool. Like he thought he was a shit, but he really wasn't. Fucking, he was just a
Yeah,
big ass tool.
I mean, you work at a
For,
mall, dude. Like you're not that special.
well, yeah. Well, even fucking like Leslie bitched him around. Like Leslie, like she taught them to go get a pack of cigarettes, dude.
All she had to do is squeeze her tits, and he was like, "I'm on it,"
Yeah. She's like, she's like, yo. He's like, I got camels, and she's like, yo, I smoke Virginia Slims. Like I put right there. I put right there. Leslie's a bitch.
Yeah, this is probably even worse than camels, right? I don't know.
Not probably,
I don't even know if
but
I
it's
ever
like
smoked Virginia Slims. Oh.
I put Leslie's a bitch because like what kind of fucking person does that? Like fucking like you're half naked in bed. I'm like, you need to go buy me a pack of cigarettes before you come back and get on this. I would
Dick
have left.
move. Yeah,
I'm like, you're done. Goodbye.
yeah. And that's when Mike, storms off to the cigarette machine, which is funny
Yeah,
because you don't really see those anymore, except for maybe
we
Vegas.
don't have those anymore.
Yeah, I think Vegas has some in a few places.
Do they?
I think so. I think I've seen them there before,
I know
but it's
Japan has.
or
Japan has
maybe
them.
do they?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Because
Um,
Japan has cigarette machines on the streets, and they got fucking machines that fucking serve alcohol on the streets. Vending machines that drop out beer.
Weird. That's so wild.
They're fucking advanced over there, dude. It's crazy.
It's, uh, I don't know. If that's a good thing or a bad thing. Technically, you can get like in trouble right away from that shit though if you crack it open.
Yeah, you're
Like
not
in
allowed to
public.
drink it in the street, but like you go like you just walk in the street and there's a fucking vending machine that sells like like buzz balls and like, but they're like Japanese ones and fucking
Okay.
alcoholic beverages. It's
That's so
fucking
wild,
crazy.
dude. I don't know. That's crazy. So as Mike can sense like there's something behind him, and
Yeah,
he's trying to call her out, but it ends up being the robot. Uh, he flashes his badge as well. The robot does not give a shit. Well, it's
yeah,
what you're supposed to do, you know.
yeah. What
And
it's all? It's all. Show me some identification.
then and I forgot who the actor was, but there's a dude inside the robot's like talking, I guess. Um,
Oh, I think I wrote that down. So the guy who does the robot's voice is the director, Jim Wynorski.
oh shit, okay, good for him. He's credited to be an actor. Sick. I love how like when the killbot kills Mike, it just shows him like clenched near his neck, but it doesn't
Yeah,
like actually show like the tearing of the neck.
no, well, because it doesn't tranquilize him first.
Yeah, it knocks him out first, and then
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, so you can imagine what that robot did to when he was asleep.
well, remember like well we'll show this or we'll talk about this right now, but like as he dies, um that's when what's her name
Leslie,
finds him.
Leslie
Yeah,
goes to look for him. Yeah,
look for him, and then she trips on his leg because she can't see him in the dark hallway, or that whatever the walkway is or whatever it is.
yeah.
Uh,
It's like by like the emergency exit doors.
yeah, and so there's no lights though apparently, and she trips on his foot. She screams because he's got that huge gash on his neck.
Yeah,
So
his neck is
it
just
caught
like
him.
torn.
Yeah, that's why you see like the claw. But like I don't know, you think they should have got creative and like showed it like rip it or
Maybe
something.
maybe it was just like too violent for them to put in or something.
Oh yeah, because there's like a rating system.
Yeah, it was because there was
Stupid.
a lot of violence in this movie.
Yeah, dude. And my favorite scene is coming up actually. So that's when Leslie's running away. She's freaking out. She gets shot like 3 times before she even gets to the back to the furniture store.
Yeah, and these lasers, man, are they're fucking. These
Wonderful.
lasers are something else.
They're wonderful. Put it that way. And yeah, she gets shot like twice in the back and once in the ass, I think too. And
Yeah.
but I love how she turns around and her fucking head explodes. Like uh dude,
Yeah,
that was probably my favorite part of the movie where she just like and all of a sudden skadoosh, and like and I was
yeah,
like, "Ah, thank God."
that was pretty epic. And then like all of her friends are just like watching this happen and just like pop, her
They're
head
just like,
pops up.
yeah. um yeah, so two of the robots go buck ass wild. I think one turns around to like block them off, right? Or something like that. Like is like trying to cut them off or some I don't know. But two of
Yeah,
them are chasing them.
so like fucking her head blows up, and then the robot, and then as soon as her head blows up, the robot's all, "Thank you, have a nice day,"
It's
and then fucking, and then like, then the protector number two shows up, and it's like, he's all protector number two coming to assist. And I'm just laughing because this
yeah.
movie is fucking hilarious. And then that's when both protector one and two both team up and just blow into the store.
Yeah, they shoot the glass and then they roll on
There,
through.
there are lasers going all over the place in this fucking store.
Yeah,
And like not one person gets hit, which is fucking so crazy.
which is amazing. And yeah, so they all bounce out. Two of them fall on the couch, and they somehow miraculously get up and run off.
Yeah, and then they get chased into the supply room.
Yeah, and they try to barricade it, which is funny. Like, um, so and then the actually who was it? Allison has the bright idea to go up the ventilation,
Air duct.
yeah, the air duct, and
Yeah,
I was like, well, she's actually using her brain because nobody else was.
yeah,
And so the girls all go up there because they're the lightest, and they all kind of truck, into wherever. But then the robot's smart enough to like blow the door open, so
yeah,
the
yeah.
boys get
That
stuck
robot's
behind.
pretty intelligent.
Yeah, they're pretty smart for being just
Cheap.
robot. Yeah, yeah, fucking.
Cheap.
They're like
That's
the
what
wish. They're like the wish.com of the short circuit robots.
yeah, exactly. that's
Um,
all. That's all funny.
and then so the boys have to like they gotta fucking take off. I love how like who was it? Who says this? Maybe it was Allison. No, not Allison. Her friend. But she's like while they're crawling through she's like they're gonna French fry us, and I was like,
Linda?
was it Linda? Yeah, I was like, God,
It
that's
could
so
have been
stupid.
Linda.
Some of these lines, dude, I was like, oh my God, these lines are just Jesus
Fucking
Christ,
one hitter quitters, dude.
dude. I was like, seriously.
So
But then
like,
also the robots get smart too, and they start heating up the ventilation.
yeah, no, yeah, these robots, they're not dumb.
Yeah, so they're
You
smart.
know,
They heat up the system. You can see them like sweat profusely, like while they're crawling through the vents.
yeah. But while remember, like before they go to the vents, like these robots are smart. They fucking lock. Somehow the mall gets locked down till
Yeah,
like
there
six.
there was there's an auto system. So like it's like 15 minutes after closing, I think, or
Yeah,
after like a certain hour, everything locks down until 6 a.m.
okay. And then the
Like
phones are dead.
yeah, everything is shut off. So like
Yeah,
unless you're a janitor or something like that, like that's why they had to have the badges. So
yeah,
don't
yeah,
the robots don't freak out.
yeah. So they're fucked.
Yeah.
And then that's when they go up to ventilation and stuff. They heated up the ventilation duct.
Yeah.
Is that why they jumped out?
Yeah, that's why they had to jump out because they were sweating like hella bad.
Okay, I missed that part.
Well, and also one of the boyfriends like she was worried about him. So not only was it hot, but they jumped down into like the hardware store
Yeah,
and because they couldn't make it to like the other floor or whatever it was.
yeah,
So
yeah,
they broke down and that's when they get the gasoline.
yeah. They get the gasoline and the flares, and then the boys in they find themselves into a gun shop, and they're just loading up on shotguns and fucking machine guns and
Yeah,
shit.
I wish they had that in the mall still. I want to
Yeah,
buy a fucking shotgun at the mall. I don't know.
yeah. Those were the days.
That's why the 80s were great. You just go to like a mall and like somewhere and just fucking buy a shotgun. That's sick.
I know.
Well, they also get propane things too, right?
One gets the propane tank.
Or one of yeah. And
Ferdy does. If everyone grabs a gun but Ferdy.
no, he grabs the Magnum or something like that. He grabs something,
Yeah, I know. He
a
grabs
single
the
shot.
handgun.
Yeah, so one guy's got the shotgun, the other guy's got the assault rifle, and then Fernie has the because
Greg
he's a
Greg has a shotgun. Ferdy has a handgun, and then what's his goddamn name? Fucking did I say Rick?
it sounds right.
Yeah, yeah. Rick gets the machine gun.
It's like a AR-15 or something like that, or
Yeah,
something like that, or M4 or some shit.
yeah.
Uh,
Then at this point, then these guys are just going crazy.
yeah, I love how he's like, they're like, Fern, do you know how to use that? He's like, I watched Dirty Harry 6 times. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I guess that's how you fucking learn how to shoot a gun. Okay, sure.
This is some funny cheesy good shit in this. This is
Yeah,
a really fucking like old school, fucking like cheap, fucking low budget film, but like just like it has some ridiculous humorous stuff.
and then so they fire at the robot that has zero effect. Um,
dude, they are shooting this shit at this robot, and like nothing is fucking like,
well,
hitting it.
remember the lasers too? They're like, it's like you even see at one point one of the lasers going through the guy's leg,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
I was like,
Fucking
all
like
right.
there's like a whole shootout between the robots and these guys, and not one person gets
It's like
fucking hit.
watching GI Joe. That's basically what it is. It's like what the fuck.
It's like it was so crazy.
So they actually throw the propane tank and shoot it, and it blows up, but then it doesn't. Well, it like stops it for a minute,
Yeah,
but then so they get to run off, and the girls tried to do that too, but the fire has zero effect on the on their robot.
yeah,
And so then they try to set up a bigger propane trap, like on the elevator.
yeah. Is that because yeah they try blowing up that one fucking protector, and it looks like it's down, but it's really not.
It
And
just
then
like knocked it out for a second.
yeah, and then it shows you see, and then it shows like another little fucking protector like fucking like back up into like a dark spot and hide.
Oh yeah,
Like a
yeah, they're
fucking little,
smart, dude. They're sneaky.
it's like a little I told her here it's a little asshole fucking hides.
Yeah, little shithead. Yeah.
And then that's when they break into he breaks into the elevator and that's when he hooks up the gas line, right?
Well, remember so they had that like propane trap thing, and they're shooting it like from the, and so that's when Allison grabs the gun from Fern, and then she shoots the propane. The elevator drops with the robot inside of it. Um, and it's they're hoping it destroys that one. It doesn't. I don't think it shows the robot though. Like after that.
Fuck, is that the part? Did I not write that fucking down?
Oh, I kind of have it out of order. There's the guy shootout, right? And then it has zero effect. So they all run to the same spot with the elevator. After they set it up and everything, they destroy that robot inside the elevator because they shoot the propane tank. Elevator drops, it explodes. And then there's another one too where it comes and chases them, and the girls have the
Yeah, the
fire.
girls have to get the gas tank, and then
Yeah,
fucking Allison throws the gas tank and tries to light that motherfucker on fire, and he just like rolls
it
through
just
it.
rolls through it. Yeah,
And then the robot shoots Susie up in the back, and then fucking
right.
lights her ass on
It lights her
fire.
ass on fire. Yeah,
And this is like the intelligence of like the robot too, because like the robot like saw the gas tank next to her and just like shot that shit. Like he knew what he was doing.
yeah. They're fucking smart for a robot that just turned to life.
Yeah.
So
And that's when Susie dies.
that's when Susie
And like
dies.
that's now we're on kill number 6. And then right after that is when um Rick hooks up the elevator with the
Oh
propane
yeah,
tank.
so that's okay. So I was a little bit out of order, but
And
it's
then
yeah,
it was close. You were
yeah,
close.
yeah.
That's what counts.
Yeah,
And
I was kind of there. Yeah.
then
um,
after Rick hooks up the elevator with the fucking gas line, and then the protector, and the fucking protector like breaks into the elevator like he's going up or something, and fucking blows his ass up. This shit's hilarious.
and then they all kind of run off and they go to I don't know, some kind of shop. I don't know like a restaurant. I think it's the restaurant.
Yeah, they have that like to regain like their
Yeah.
composure and stuff.
And I had to rewind this dude, but like Leslie had like some kind of weird fucking calculation. She's like, it's gonna take us 84 years to like or for us to survive or some shit like I don't know. She said some stupid like weird calculation, and
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, what is she talking about? Like, she's like sitting there with a calculator. I'm like, where'd she get a calculator from? First of all, she's like pushing buttons. I'm like, what the fuck? And then
I know. I get I got a lot of that theater movie. Like, what the hell is that, dude?
yeah,
Like, why?
well, because the guy was also like, how many days is that or whatever? And she's like, and then she calculated that. I was like, oh my God, like who cares? Like, Um, and then so one of them has a smart idea of like shutting them down from the security room.
Rick does.
Rick does, yeah. But he's all fired up because Susie died.
Yeah.
And
Greg's all fired up.
yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna go fucking kill those things now. Like, fuck this. Like, I'm the man, basically.
Yeah, he loses it.
And that's when they had the smart idea of trying to get rid of the robots. Um, but then wait, so they run off, and he's trying to like go up. I forgot what happens, but Rick's the next one that dies, right?
No, Greg is
Oh,
because
Greg.
Rick has the idea of shutting down like the mainframe computer and
Cool.
crashing it, and then fucking Greg's like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!" And
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
and
runs off, right?
he runs off with the shotgun, like he's like running hella fast, and then fucking did you hear like Freddy's like he's losing it?
And he gets thrown off, right? From the
yeah,
yeah.
he runs at the escalator and he was like, "Come on, guys, it's all clear." And then that fucking robot just like, bam, it was like behind him and just chucks that off.
Uh, okay, so did you ever watch the Family Guy movie where they make fun of Star Wars?
Yeah,
Okay, remember that scene where like they're going after the Death Star and the one guy's like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this." He's like, "I got this!" Woo! And he like goes off and tries to kill the Death Star by himself with the
yeah,
shooter, and it's like, and all of a sudden you just see like this little laser beam go beep, and he just like explodes. That was like exactly what I was thinking of when I saw that. I was like,
Oh, that's
there,
good.
yeah, I was
That's
like,
yeah,
there's this fool right here, just fucking.
I like that. Yeah, you know these fucking machines, dude. These protector robots. These things are like surprisingly quiet. Like they're like they just show up.
Yeah, yeah, they're very quiet. It's almost like a fucking hybrid or like a Tesla rolling up on you. You're just like, whoa, like this is the '80s and you're that quiet? Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Like, like when Mike died, he just turned around and it was fucking there. And it fucking like when Gray gets thrown off, like it's just like happens to be right there.
Right there, yeah.
Like these things are like super fucking legit, low key, quiet.
Which is bizarre because this is a different time, it's like I don't know.
Things shouldn't be that quiet back then.
Totally. They run into the clothing store or like the whatever that store that is. It's like a two-story store.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
And then they have they like barricade it for a second to try and figure out how to get to the upper floor, but it's locked too, right? I think it's all
It's all
barricaded.
locked up.
Yeah, it's all locked up from the security system. So they're kind of like stranded for a second, and they're trying to like figure out what to do. And then that's when the robots break through anyway. But the guy has a smart idea. He's like, "Well, if they want target practice, why don't we just use those?" Like, and so
Yeah, the mannequins,
the mannequins, yeah,
which was smart. That was a
yeah,
good move.
because they can't really distinguish like those things half the
Yeah.
time. Oh, and then they use the mirror also to reflect the lasers. I don't think that's true. Like, I don't think that actually
Did they
works.
do that?
Yeah, yeah. They bounce. They use the giant mirrors to make the lasers bounce back off.
What the fuck? I
So
missed
it
that.
shoots itself. Yeah, it shoots itself.
Is that when it goes haywire?
It goes haywire. Yeah,
Okay,
and it
okay. That's
kills
how
kills
I missed.
somebody.
I missed the mirror. It kills fucking
Lisa, right?
um. It kills Rick's girl,
Yeah, Lisa.
Linda.
I think it's
Lisa?
Lisa. Yeah.
No, Linda. It kills
Oh, is it
Linda.
Linda? Okay, my bad. Yeah,
It
Linda.
kills.
I don't know why I said this. Okay.
Yeah, I missed the whole mirror part. I was running when I was like, I missed that. I turned my head. Yeah, 'cause I turned around and all of a sudden the fucking thing is all fucking freaking out, spinning in
Dude,
circles.
so I'm reading on this thing. It's like Greg got thrown off 3 stories.
That's what I thought you. Yeah, it looks like 3 stories when he's falling.
Oh, I couldn't tell. I thought it was like one.
No, actually, it's 3 stories. You got like he's falling for a cool minute.
Damn, he got fucked up.
Yeah. And he thought he was the
Hey, he's not
shit.
coming back for the sequel, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and he thought he was the shit too.
Yeah, he was so good, huh?
Yeah.
So
So
that
fucking
that robot goes haywire, blows up, but it also kills Linda in the process.
yeah, but dude, and this for me. This is the best part of the movie, dude. I love this part. This is like the all time greatest part ever. Like so you're like not only is this robot going haywire, but like Linda is just standing there. She's like just looking. She's just standing there looking at the fucking robot, dude.
Yeah.
And then like boom, she gets shot. Like okay, yeah, of course you're gonna fucking die.
It's just
You
like
know?
shock, like like fight or flight.
Yeah, she
I think that's
fucking
I think that's what it was. She just got scared and she
she
just
fight
locked
fight
down.
fight or freeze.
Yeah, basically, you know how that is. Like, some people freeze, some people run.
She was just like standing there, just like staring at it, and
Yeah.
then boom, she gets blasted.
I
And
don't
I
know,
thought
dude.
that
Like, there's certain situations where I like freeze too. I'm like, why'd I freeze? Like, that's crazy.
no, but like I don't think she froze because she was running, and then like she comes back and she's like, Rick, and like fucking like concerned about him, her
Oh,
boyfriend,
yeah.
but she just stands there.
Okay.
I'm
I don't
like
know. It's
yeah,
just part of the movie,
and
I
then
guess.
and then she gets fucking shot up, and then like the best the word that kills me is fucking like Rick's epic go out scene is like the shit.
Yeah, I was so like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know.
I wrote fucking something down. I wrote why did she just stand there, and then I put who told Rick to do that. But like fucking like Rick pulls like an Austin Powers and fucking like goes into a golf cart.
Yeah,
and,
I don't even
and,
know
like
why I read that. I didn't write that down. That's just so crazy how. Yeah, it's so crazy how he just fucking
it didn't make sense.
like his noble steed, you know? Like it's just he jumps
It
up on the
just
horse and fucking goes at it.
yeah, like it's like this little cheap golf cart thing right there. And it's like 3 feet away from the fucking robot. And he fucking
Yeah.
and like it's so funny because he jumps on it and then he's like shooting his gun as, as he's riding it 3 feet into the robot.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but
And then it's like he runs into the robot and then tips over and then dies.
oh,
Dude, that was fucking
see,
amazing.
so there's just things about this movie.
I
Um,
wonder if like the guy who played Rick was like, let me do this. Like he added that in
dude,
there.
I don't know, man. This there's some
I
shit in
think
this movie.
I feel like he added that in there. I feel like they were filming it, and then this little fucking cart happened to just be there, and he just got the idea to jump on this cart and just ride it, and then just fucking
Maybe.
they said fucking keep it in there. That's all.
This is the best part of the movie. Let's do this.
Yeah, you fucking perfect.
Um,
This movie is very entertaining. So what happens? And he blows up. The protector blows up after Rick hits it. I put good job, Rick.
nailed it. And then they had the bright idea to split up, right?
Yeah,
To look for the security room.
yeah. They do split off.
Yeah, they have to because they got to cover more ground.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. They split up and they go. Yeah,
yeah, so she ends up going to like a supply area
yeah,
instead,
yeah.
and that's when the robot finds her first, and then she screams, gets Fernie over there to back up. He shoots it in the eye, right? To
Right in the
deactivate
fucking
the
head. Yeah,
yeah deactivate the laser finally. Um,
yeah. And then the robot's all screaming. He's all he's all laser malfunction. Laser malfunction.
oh God. Um, Jesus Christ, this movie is just so crazy.
This is some good shit. Laser malfunction.
And then how does it hits Fernie, right? Somehow, what happens? Oh, it throws the thing at him.
Fucking Ferdy runs out of bullets and he throws his gun at it.
Yeah, and
And then
then
he grabs a fire extinguisher and he throws the fire extinguisher at it. And then the fucking robot
throws it
picks up
back.
the fire extinguisher and throws it right back at him. And it fucking just like it pops him in the chest hella fucking hard.
Yeah, hella hard. Yeah.
And it's like he just like flies back and hits his head. That shows
Oh, he's like bleeding out, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought he was dead right there.
Yeah, and that's when she starts to run away. She goes to the pet store, uh, and then that's when the robot, proceeds and chases her, and she's she hides in the shelf on the bottom. The robot just breaks through and makes a mess everywhere. There's like
But
snakes
first,
and
she walks through a glass window.
oh yeah, yeah, and
which
then
was which was just epic to watch, dude. Because
yeah.
she just like walks right through the motherfucker.
Well, and
She
then she
doesn't
like
run. She walks.
yeah she hides and like the robot like knocks a bunch of shit over, right? And then
Yeah,
like all the snakes and spiders are just crawling everywhere and shit.
yeah. They're
Um,
crawling all over.
that must have sucked though, because like the tarantulas and the snakes are just like all over her. I would have been
Yeah.
like nervous, because like but I know tarantulas are like they're not super dangerous because like they don't really like attack humans
Mm-hmm.
that often.
That
Um,
would have been a hard scene for me to film. I can tell you that.
yeah, because those fuckers are big. I don't
Yeah,
know.
those things are big.
And but the snakes I'd be more worried about because I think they get more agitated. Unless they're
Mm-hmm.
defanged, obviously, then it's not a big deal. But or devenom. So
Real
um,
quick, real quick, fucking did you catch the part where remember she was walking in the supply room and then she like gets attacked by a supply door by some garbage?
she like well she like opens the door and like everything falls out, right? She's like,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah. I
and
thought that
that's
was
kind
I
of how
thought
the robot finds her though.
yeah. Like
I wrote jump scare. I wrote classic jump scare in there. I forgot to add that. Yeah. So she actually like outsmarts the robot for a second, and the robot kind of runs. It just keeps looking for her. She runs out. And that's when she's like trying to just get away from the whole, from the. So she's like hanging on the rails.
Hmm.
Like, how
Yeah,
many stories in that?
somehow
Like,
she got hanging down from the rails.
yeah, she's like trying like to keep out of eyesight of the robot thing.
Yeah,
And but there's and then she's hanging for too long, and she slips, but she falls on a display of like
fucking
whatever
kiosk.
kiosk thing of whatever. Breaks her
Fucking three
fall.
stories.
Yeah, breaks her fall, but like still hurts her. So she's like
Three
crawling around and shit.
three stories. Oh yeah, three fucking stories, dude.
Ugh. She's lucky if she
Yeah,
falls on that tent, and then like again breaks, but she still like falls on her back and legs and shit, and she's like all fucked up. So that's why she's like crawling for like a while
yeah. She crawls all the way to that paint shop.
to the paint shop. Yeah. But at least she got smart. She's smart too. So at least she pours the paint everywhere to make it all slippery and shit.
Hmm.
Um, and she still has the flares, so she gets the robots to get over there, and she outsmarts it. The robots all slipping and shit, like inside the store. It's like breakdancing. It's like, yeah. And then she throws the flare into it and it blows up. Fucking finally kills the last robot.
Yeah. Well, before she throws it, she's all, "Have a nice
Oh
day."
yeah, thank you. Have a nice day. And throws it
Yeah,
in,
she fucking chucks it in there.
and then
What?
skadoosh. Yeah.
What? You think would that happen? Would a flare blow up paint like that?
Old paint, yeah, because it's highly flammable.
Really?
Yeah, there's
Damn.
certain paints that are like very flammable. It says
Damn.
on some of the cans too. Like it depends on the paint you get.
I wouldn't. That would see. I would have died because I would have never thought that fucking to blow up fucking paint.
Yeah.
Not one
I,
fucking.
I think most paint now though they don't do that anymore because of like it's just the heat and stuff. Like
Yeah.
they can catch on fire.
Not one.
Um,
Not. I would have given not one thought to thinking I'm gonna blow up this paint and live.
yeah.
I would have died.
Oh, dude, I would have died too for sure. I'm not that smart to like fucking figure that out. I would have probably just tried to like sneak up on it or some shit. I don't know. Like, well,
Covered it. I would have fucking like covered it in paint, like fucking like food paint on it,
I don't know because
and
like
like try to fucking blind it with paint.
yeah, I mean obviously guns don't work on it, so like you have to like be creative some other way. Maybe electrocute it, like but I don't know. So she smartens up. She fucking destroys that thing, and by miracle, Fern makes his appearance at the very end, so he doesn't die. Um,
You somehow,
he somehow miraculously lives, and they live happily ever after together. And that's the end of this movie.
dude. That fucking with when he throws that fire extinguisher at that robot, and that robot takes that fire extinguisher back
Throws
up,
it back. Yeah,
back at him with fucking.
I actually laughed on that too.
Good.
Yeah.
That was so good. It was like fuck you.
So again, we had talked about this off record, but the true villain of this movie is not the robots themselves, but capitalism. The CEO of putting putting robots that is new technology into the public, knowing that probably he of course he knew that something could happen at some point, right?
like corporations.
Well, yeah, remember that he was just like, "Oh, this is foolproof. Nothing's gonna happen." Like bullshit, dude. Like I don't know. This is the '80s, bro. This is not. He was just too cocky. So he was willing to sacrifice the public's health in order to gain financial
Money,
gain.
yeah.
Yeah.
You did
So
not care.
he is the true villain of this story, not the robots themselves. The robots themselves, they just malfunctioned, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't
Uh,
their fault.
yeah, they were just doing what they were originally programmed to do, but they just happened to kill people.
It was fucking
So
that
that's
lightning.
my true villain.
It was and fucking that lightning bolt. I see that.
Yeah.
Fucking capitalism. Fucking. I know. Fucking
Securitronics.
if the mall just fucking went old school with their security and just kept regular people.
It would have been fine.
Yeah,
Would have been
like
fine.
the way it should have been. But no,
They
they gotta
probably
go.
would have got laid too.
I know.
Yeah,
In the sex
fucking
orgy party,
orgy. I wonder what happened to the other custodians.
they probably fucking went home.
Maybe or died. Doesn't show it.
They're probably still in the mall drinking somewhere.
Right. So folks,
They
we have a number of 9 kills in this movie,
That's right. Kill
and
count.
not including
Nine.
the robots. The robots are 3.
So this movie had a lot of people had a lot of deaths in it. Pretty epic.
And my vote for the best kill is the girl getting her head blown up. That was my favorite one. I actually laughed when I saw that. I was like, when it blew up, I'm like, yes.
That's funny. If I had to pick a fucking favorite kill, it would have been when fucking Susie got her ass lit up on fire.
Oh, that's a good second for me.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was because it was so bad. Like, you know.
I just think getting fucking burned alive is just the worst. And
Yeah,
it's just
they
like
say that and drowning are the 2 worst ways you can die from.
they say drowning's supposed to be like the most peaceful death you can
No, they
do.
said it's more painful because your lungs fill up and it feels
Really?
like it feels like it's like on fire.
Damn.
That's what they say.
Yeah. Who said that?
Experts, doctors and shit. Like,
That's fucking crazy.
yeah.
Uh,
So what else do we got here? I mean,
exactly why I stay away from the ocean.
yeah, dude, I can't fucking hang. Uh, well, maybe there's a difference between salt water and just regular water. Maybe the salt water like actually hurts more. You know, I don't know.
It probably both hurts.
Yeah,
It
probably. Yeah, probably. But
don't, like,
I imagine salt water hurts more though.
it
But
don't matter what kind of water it's fucking filling up your lungs.
yeah.
You gotta be feeling something.
So I mean, the last thing I guess is just rating this movie. What do you rate this?
I rate this movie a 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
You
2.
know, I'll give it a 2.5 because like it's not really a good movie. It's kind of hard to sit through,
Yeah.
you know, but there are some good parts that make you laugh, and there are some bad parts that make you cringe. But
Yeah.
you know, it had some fun to it still. It had a little bit of fun to it, and it had a lot of kills. So I give it a 2.5.
I'm gonna give it a 2 because I'm a little more critical. But it did make me laugh a couple times. There was 2 deaths that I enjoyed. The burning and the head explosion. So this movie wasn't terrible. It just was like it just happened to be like a time where there was just a lot of bad '80s movies.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just a string of them, I guess. But I guess this is probably one of the better Killer Robot ones. I guess maybe I don't know. We'll have to find out. I
It was
don't know.
it was an interesting movie.
Yeah.
And
Um,
if anybody's interested in watching this movie, it's on Amazon Prime, so
on
knock yourself
Prime.
out if you're interested
Yeah.
in
So watch it, don't watch it. I don't know. Tell us your thoughts. Fucking
it.
if you have thoughts about it, and you're probably watching this on YouTube because a lot of people watch the shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
But so if you have thoughts about it or thoughts of any or suggestions, things that to make our show better, or or you want us to talk about more, send me messages on IG, Cali_DTO, or you can email the podcast at buku2025@gmail. What you got?
Speak up, talk to us. You can also message us on Instagram at beyond the underscore ether.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, you can hit me up on Instagram, Bay Area Creep. Always creeping it real.
Damn right.
And that's it.
Stay
That's it.
spooky.
Yeah. Keep it spooky. Stay creepy. And yeah.
Like us, share us, all the good stuff.
Yep.
We will see you guys when we see you.
That's right.
Peace.
Peace.